Me, I don't know, I just didn't get anything in here. But wasn't in there that long, and I didn't know my way about. I was with somebody who I thought knew their way about, but I think you've got to go places a few times and get your bearings, haven't you, really? Yeah.
Because Thetford is the most biggest pine forest in the whole of the UK.
Oh.
So it's massive, and obviously I know Wrensham very well, but obviously going to Thetford, a new location, you've kind of have to get your bearings first before you start going off trails.
Joe says St Helens Well is a very old sacred spring. We'll have to have a day out, Joe. Have a look at these places. I think we make sure our places are open next time. We dropped a clanger the other week. Well, it goes in this life, but and runic items found at Brandon. I know Brandon. Well. Interesting. There's a lot of activity up this neck of the woods, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a fascinating place. What's that noise?
My dad calling Luke because Luke's wearing headphones and you can't hear him.
I thought I was hearing things then.
No, he's you have to shout in his house to kind of get him to hear because he booms a lot, and it's like, for God's sake, take him off.
Yeah, but that was interesting, and I could see, I can listen to stories about these places all night. I find it.
Yeah, I find very fascinating. I think the only time when I started, actually investigating Wrensham is when I had my encounters with when I saw that big tall Sasquatch on the UFO statue, and then that kind of got me like, kind of going to that state of like, there's more what's going on here than meets the eye. So I then started doing investigations, and then from there it kind of just drawed me in, and that's how I kind of just got into really investigating. Now I don't go to Wrensham Forest every day. It's not every week I go there, but I go there majority of the time, and when I've constantly go around with new people, there's like certain areas of the forest where it's fine, and there's some parts where you kind of feel, okay, this feels very off. But I don't really feel, when I went down to the East Gate, I feel safe, but I would feel like something's going to come out. But that's the only part of the forest which I kind of feel that would happen. The other part of the forest, I feel fine.
It's all right, I'm looking for something. I was going to ask you a question. As you lived there, I can't remember the girl's name, isn't it marvellous? I used to see a girl, you see.
Oh, the little girl?
The little girl. Her name was, tell you what, that since I had that bloody COVID. And I haven't got my papers here.
Was that little black girl who's got black eyes?
Yeah, black eyes. Her name was... Give me 2 minutes. I've got whatever. I need to know. I've got to get her name.
He's got it down somewhere.
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit more organised.
Don't think he had that comment.
What's that? Little book that I wrote about things about Wrensham.
You need to be more organised, Alex.
Well, no, I wasn't expecting to ask this question, was I?
You should always expect the unexpected.
Anyway, whatever her name was. Carry on, talk amongst yourselves.
See,
Christabel Blakeney. The Blakeney family.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I haven't.
Right, I'm trying to suss this out. She used to appear. So if you're going from Eastgate car park, go straight across.
Yeah.
And you walk straight down that track towards the model of the UFO.
Yeah.
before they cut those trees down, she used to be there. And sometimes she'd come towards you, but she was there. And it's strange, since they cut all those trees down, and the ones on the other side, everything sort of seems to have stopped. There's no animals there, no deer, there's nothing. And I think as you lived in near Rendlesham, you might have heard her name. Well, obviously we go back years, but there might be a Blakeney family there, you see.
I'll be honest, when I've been to Rendlesham, I wasn't what you call mediumship at that point, so I was probably just going for the forest, and really, I'll be honest with you, totally oblivious to what's going around with me.
Well, I wasn't doing mediumship, you should see her.
I didn't see her. That's the only thing I've never seen. I've never seen a little girl. I've always, you get strange feelings or something. Never saw a little girl when I've been there. I've heard people see her, other people who've walked down there before the trees disappeared. But then, is it because when the trees went, has she just moved? Because I know someone said, and it was on a video I was watching quite some time ago, that they had mediums went down there to see if they could cross her over. And she said, the little girl said she didn't want to go, she wanted to stay there. She didn't want to go into the light, she wanted to stay in the forest.
Because she's gone now. And I've got photographs of her over maybe 7-8 years, and then she went, along with a lot of other things that went down there. But anyway, it's life, and
I have heard a female voice, but not a little girl's voice.
we've had the voices called in Elaine, haven't we, Elaine? But then we've heard young girls chanting, but is that to do with the witchcraft? You see, there's all sorts of funny things that go on there.
Because witches did practice in that forest.
Yes.
Constantly practice in that forest. And that's where I went down a track once, and I just felt very weird and off. And I was like, yeah. And then later found out that's where witches were doing practicing. They were practicing in that area.
I'll tell you what, I bet we're doing a Suffolk tourist trade. A lot of good tonight.
Yeah.
Spooks, aliens.
But I don't think the witches, the covens, I don't think they're practicing there. I don't think. The trails I've been down where they did practice, that they're not there now. There's still an eerie feeling, but there's not, because you can, when they do practice, you can normally, there's signs you can look for to see if they're, because they do leave little bits. Because obviously I did do a bit of Wicca before I did Reiki, so obviously there's certain things which I'd look for to tell if there was, witchcraft being practiced there. But I've been down that track before, and I've looked for signs and I haven't found any signs. I just assumed they're gone or moved off somewhere.
There's a question for you from Elaine. Have you ever been to Rendlesham at summer solstice? I haven't, I don't think. Have you ever been there, Miles? Summer solstice?
No, but then saying that, could the activity during the summer solstice be heightened?
Could be, yeah.
So you could experience more?
Got a priest come up on the box, Elaine.
You have been down on summer solstice, because I made it one year on summer solstice for the pure thing of it all.
Did you get anything? Any activity or... Excuse me.
My God, that was a few years ago. I can't remember.
Really, what you need to do when you do your walks is have one on the summer solstice, and then you can then see if there's more activity on summer solstice than regularly. because that's what I'm now figuring. There's patterns to the activity in the forest. There's patterns now where some weeks you go, you get nothing, and then some weeks you get something. Or there's hotspot areas in the forest where you can go there and you can get activity. So it's just, if you're going to do a walk, kind of have it on some sources and see more activity or not, or is it just the same?
Well, maybe we'll go down this year, whenever it is. I don't remember. Maybe I do remember it. I've been there so many times, haven't we?
Because before Venture Forest was known for the UFO, the incident, it was known for little people there. Little people were reported people were seen taking the dogs for walks, seeing these little beings going through the forest.
Yeah, that's what we were seeing. That's what I was
Is that
seeing.
what you were seeing? Those little beings.
And say there was two of us, and I just think, why didn't I just pick the camera up? It was so quick. But I've seen them different places in there, but they've all vanished now. They all seem to have gone, and I don't know.
The activity in the forest has kind of dipped, kind of quiet down a bit.
Probably too many humans went about down here.
When you think about like people going in there, and their own energy is kind of sticking to the forest, and also people's vibration allure, that kind of sticks as well. That's one thing I learned of Reiki, is that my vibration is now higher, so I see things. I don't see things, but my vibration is, because it's so higher, that I do see like a bit more of paranormal stuff. But with like forests and that, especially Rendlesham, many locations that matter, is things kind of stick, energy sticks to it, and then you know it's probably the point where it's like people have gone in and asked same questions, and it's just maybe it's just got fed up of people just going in asking the same things, and it's just like, do you know what? That's it. I'm getting fed up. I'm not gonna give you the answers.
Could well be.
Could be that.
Could well be. But it's since 2016, beginning 2017, is when for me, it all died off. It went quiet. But up until then, oh God, there was so much going on. But and then we used to know a guy there, Chris Nash, a really nice bloke, who used to sit there 3 or 4 nights a week, all through the night. But he left there one day, and he got killed in a car crash, unfortunately.
Was that the one he camped at the East Gate? And was it he saw like taking the spirits home? Someone said he saw aliens or something.
Yeah, that probably was Chris. He was a very nice guy. A dedicated bloke he was.
Yeah, because didn't he say he saw the blue aliens down there? Someone mentioned he saw some aliens down there.
All I know is I got a message on Facebook from him.
Yeah.
After he died.
Oh.
True. And so what's this? And got a message from him. I can't remember what it was now, but he had a lot going on. But at that time, as you stood at Eastgate at night in the dark, you could see all these things in the trees buzzing and all these lights. It was like, God, wow. Amazing. And I've got photographs of orbs. I've never seen so many orbs in my life. That's what I mean. It's all kind of gone now. It's gone quiet.
Gone very quiet.
Maybe it's that day. It's like a lot of things. The energy. I don't know what it is.
But could it be because of? I know what first guys have said. Is it because could it be like with the seasons? Then I was sitting there going, well, I can get where they're coming from, but then my brain's going, no, really, it's not like an animal.
I think it's just, if you're going to keep going down there, it's luck. If you get something, But I say, up until 2017, that place was magic. It was
And I've missed
buzzing.
that. I started quite late then, so I've missed the year when there was more activity, and I've just kind of arrived later on.
But yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't know why it's died off, but it has. The animals have vanished. I don't see any deer anymore. Don't see any snakes in the summer.
No.
You see adders. Don't see them anymore.
But
Well, I want to see them.
when you're talking about doing like a, wasn't it a not midnight walk, but like a walk at night in the forest? There was a discussion, wasn't there, to do like a evening walk.
I've done it. To be honest, I don't know. I suppose I've seen the good days there.
Yeah.
And I've been down there at night. This is after 2017. I took a couple of friends in. It was nothing. It was just waste of time. Compared to what we were seeing a year or two before that, it was incredible. Elaine, I don't know if Elaine was used to come with us at night. Let's go with Derek. No, you didn't, did you?
Flat out, no.
And I've got photographs. I've never seen anything like these orbs in my life. It's like but that seems to have died off. But who knows? Energy changes, I suppose. I don't claim to understand it because I don't. I don't know what causes it, what brings it on. I think if they want to show themselves, they will.
Yeah.
But who knows what the military have been messing around with down there? You just don't know.
You don't know, and there's loads of theories that people saying what happened in the forest. Well, could it be, a secret craft they had, and it kind of crashed in the forest?
So it's there in the box. Limit. We've had our limit.
Yeah, and obviously because now the military, isn't it, is talking about reactivating the base and bringing it back. I'm kind of wondering, would they bring it back? Would that change activity? Would the activity get more, or would it just stay as it is?
I mean, I'll just take it for what it is now. I think I've had some good days down here. Over the last sort of 10, 12 years, I've had some good days down there. It's just gone quiet. Who knows? Could be where they're chopping the trees down. It could be where they're doing other work. It could be anything, couldn't it?
Apparently, where the craft landed, they said they had to cut. Wasn't it someone who was in the military said they had to cut the trees down because of some sort of radiation there, and they had to cut it down because it was endangerment or something. They had to cut trees down.
Well, if it was radiation, it wouldn't make no difference.
No, which I was like,
there or not.
Radiation. But apparently they had to cut trees down.
Well, we'll have to go back and look at John Reynolds, John Burrows. I think the motorbike racer now. John Burrows. Look at his video, and
because he did come to Wrensham and did a walk around Wrensham, but he doesn't do that now, does he?
Who's that?
John Burrow. The people who saw.
No, he lives always in America, and
They came back, didn't they, once to do a walk, and that was the only walk they're going to do.
Oh, I don't know. Interesting, though.
Yeah.
But he was a nice bloke, and he bit difficult getting him on, but he came on thanks to Ronnie. Got him on for us. He's a very interesting guy.
Is it because?
Let's go back on these videos and have a look. Actually,
is it because he doesn't want to talk about him, or is he just he's moved on from it?
Fed up with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe people don't believe you. I say things about me and probably people think, oh, prat, But I'm used to it now after all these years. I kind of get used to people. But I don't make things up. Things have happened, and not just there, all over, everywhere. And you either believe me or you don't. The only regret I've got is not taking those photographs.
Yeah.
Probably never see that again.
You probably won't.
No.
You probably won't see that again, probably at all.
Oh, the police. It's got the police up on it. Elaine, what's going on here? It says police on that box. Look. Who'll be offended? That's what it says on the
We're going to
spirit
all
box.
end this chat and end up being arrested for something.
Probably upset someone. But probably offended someone. I can't. Don't get me on that though. It's the way this country is, because I'll definitely be arrested. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Got to be careful what you say on here now as well. On a Sunday or any night really, you have to be very careful because somebody gets the ump or whatever.
I mean, I do when I do go to Engine, I do record, and it goes on my podcast, which is Midnight Talks, where
Okay.
I investigate random. Okay, it's probably I don't record when we do our walks, continuously because of storage. But when I do go to Engine Forest, I do record what I've seen. I don't take what Elaine. I don't have equipment what Elaine has. I just have a crystal. Those ringing crystals you hold, and a pendulum crystal I've got. I just use a pendulum crystal. I don't have all this fancy equipment what you have. I just have a pendulum, and I just record what yes or no.
Remember, Mike says, 45 years ago this year, Rendlesham thing. You know, if they wanted to make money out of that, it'd be a good earner, wouldn't it? 45 years talking about that.
I mean, you pay for car park, and really it's kind of yes, it's happened, and we're not going to have that activity what happened in Range Forest with the craft coming down, because that's happened, been and gone. It could come back. We could have a second event, but it's less likely it's going to come back.
There's a question for you. When you do remote viewing, do you want to view the symbols on the side of the craft to see what you make out to be as in the same, as they say? Well, apparently when it saw Peniston or one of them, or Prestige or somebody touched the side of the craft, didn't he, apparently?
Yeah.
And they got all these visions. But I don't know what the ones that they got on that model, whether they're the same as the
when I did do remote viewing, the symbols did come through, but I'll be honest, I wasn't really focusing on that. I was focusing on things, but when I next do remote view, I will look in more about these symbols and see what I can get through.
But you know, trouble with talking about this, and I've been doing it for years. Not me, I've been talking about this stuff all my life. And some of it sounds very far-fetched, unbelievable.
Yeah.
That remote viewing thing that happened to me, I can't talk about it because it involved this other person. And I think, you know, it's very difficult to, you talk about this, we can't see what people's reactions are. But I've been doing this now for a long time, ever since I was a kid, talking about spirits and this and that. And it still fascinates me. But it's very hard to talk about, like UFOs, I think.
Yeah.
And the alien beings and whatever, because just very, I don't know. I know people are not interested or they're frightened, maybe. I find the whole thing fascinating. I've done all my life.
See,
But I think with remote viewing, depending what you're viewing, you've got to be very careful what you say. Definitely. And sometimes what you talk about, what we talk about, you think, maybe gone a bit too far here, you know, because we don't know what went on in there. We don't know what goes on in there now, because it's a military base.
So when I do remote viewing, I'm just seeing it from a different it's basically like you're seeing it from someone else's eyes. That's the only way I can describe it. And really, whatever comes through is what comes through. I don't sit there and expect something to come through. If never comes through, never comes through. But when I do remote viewing, it's whatever comes through. And I've never looked into the military base. What's there? I don't. I've never kind of done that. But it's only when I've been really doing remote viewing and seeing the forest and what's come through, it's very, very interesting.
I was in there one afternoon. Oh, this is for you. Lovely, Miles, thank you. There you go, you've got a fan there, son. I was in there one afternoon 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I was got to be careful what you're saying, because I don't know who these people were. But I know for a fact that we got chased out of there, along that road, back towards Melton.
Wow.
It was not a nice experience, and there were some pretty heavy-looking geezers who got out these vans. I mean, heavy duty, and got to get out of here. And then things were starting to happen with the car. But I thought, well, you've got to keep your mouth shut, because I don't know who these were. I don't mean they're aliens. I'm talking about,
physical,
humans.
like human beings, yeah, people.
And there was something going on there. And I thought, just keep your gob shut, because,
I mean, I have walked down that forest, and the only thing I have encountered military, but this was when I was walking down there. It was this military car. Just I was on the forest side, and it was on the base side, and I was walking literally parallel to the base. I was going around it, and this military jeep just kept following me up the base until I turned off into the forest.
Yeah, they were doing something there. They were up to something, these guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, but Derek, I mean, why did Delaney's brother get told he couldn't be on the north side of the airfield that day? What was that all about? We won't know now, but...
And it makes me wonder, with the portal, which is the military kind of just put dirt over it and closed it off, why? If you're saying it's not a defence significance, why are you closing footpaths and public paths in the forest, and you're just either destroying? Because I've seen this, like they close it and you go back and it's like either a tree's gone or they digged up dirt, and it's like, why? You're not saying it's a defence significance, but then why are you doing these things?
Yeah, fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Still, have to look around for somewhere else. We're supposed to go now. Might try that Thetford one day, see if anything happens.
We might. I think what would be good is like kind of go to Thetford and kind of experience what's going on in Thetford. So obviously we've been to Venture Forest multiple times. It's just a suggestion. Would it be nice to go to a different location and kind of see what goes on in that location?
But I mean, we went, Elaine, Simon, myself, we went to the East Lane, wasn't it, Elaine? East Lane, Elaine, that's good. That could be a song, East Lane, Elaine. Another idea in my head. What did you think of that in those buildings, Elaine?
I thought it was quite fascinating, because I've actually got that video. It's not very long because I had to edit it a lot. I've actually got that video up on my channel. Got quite a lot of views as well, just put that out there. Only one that has. But no, it's weird. Bear in mind there's no electric, nothing, and the K2 was going absolutely mad. Right in the doorways. Obviously it's flooded a bit, but you could still see down there. You didn't pick up nothing visually, but the K2 was just madness. Absolutely in the doorways. You'd put it down, ask a question, nothing, then you'd say something else, like someone's walking past. Very good. Very good.
Problem that day was so cold, wasn't it?
It was
It's
freezing.
incredibly cold.
It was cold.
Was that last winter? It's been last year, maybe the year before.
I think it was the year before.
But God, it's never been so cold. But we'll have to maybe go down there again.
I would love to go down there again. I've got more equipment this time, so I am prepared.
And I'd probably love to go there.
I had a guy phone me last week talking about Shingle Street. He used to live near there.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about Shingle Street. Same thing, you see. And he's not into this. Not into this. It's an interesting place. So we're on there. I've got a thing here. What's this? Oh, Mike says here. Mike, I've been followed by vehicles inside the base perimeter.
Oh.
Something going on, isn't there?
There is something there, and it's like, if they're following you, it's almost like they're doing it because they don't want you to get too close to something.
No, I think what's happened, I put a video up myself about people broke because they cut into the fence, they cut the wire, trying to get in. And I put that, made a video of that. See, people who are doing that, no wonder they come after you. I mean, you know, it's a military base, you shouldn't be on there.
There were people doing videos and people getting through, there's a hole in the fence, which I knew was there for years, and, you know, you just, you know it's there, you don't do nothing about it. Someone was using it, and they did a video, and they blogged about it, and they got caught by military. They're going up to the radar tower, which is collapsed now, and they were doing a patrol, and they got caught. One guy escaped, and the other guy, he was very, they sweared at him. They were saying, why the hell are you doing on this? This is MD property, this is not forestry property. He was escorted off, and they followed him back to East Gate to make sure that he wasn't going to come back on the base.
So maybe that's why you got stopped when you couldn't go any further yesterday or whenever it was,
Yeah, and I know this is going back years ago when I was camping in the forest, when they had the campsite opened. There was talking to the ranger, happened to be the head ranger, and he was saying there was a dispute with MOD and the Forestry Commission because MOD wasn't happy that people were going on Forestry Commission land and accessing the base, and MOD wasn't happy about that and kind of moaned at the Forestry Commission and say, look, you got to kind of do something. Forestry Commission said, well, actually no, it's your fence. There was some sort of boundary dispute going on because people were accessing it from the Forestry Commission.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Leslie, thanks for a great night. I need to go. See you next week. See you later, Leslie.
See you later.
Have a good one. Yeah. Well, we'll have to make a few more inquiries about the place and see what else we can find out. I'm sure we can dig up some new information.
Yeah.
That machine says other. Other what?
But I didn't know that base had 2 gates. Only when I walked down to go past Area 1, I was like, there's a gate here. I never knew that. I was just assumed there was an East Gate gate there. Never knew that on the north side there's an actual gate, which is padlocked.
So another walk is walking from you can't park there anymore. They blocked the car park off. But Friday Street is supposed to be a bit of a.
So where's Friday Street?
A couple of friends who've seen like something in the car park there, and I had a friend of mine. I haven't seen her for ages. She used to live in Friday Street. And she told me some things about that place. That's quite.
So where is Friday Street?
Oh, you can see it. You can see I think you can see a sign for it.
So you
can't explain.
You can't go there now. It's all blocked off.
car park is, yeah. I can't explain where it is. It's so, say, complicated. Another friend of mine took me to some other places a bit away from the forest. I think it still belongs to the forest, but this was like about 10 years ago, and I can't remember. And see, since I had that COVID, and I think I've still got that long COVID because of things that are going on, I can't remember. And Steph, who's not with us anymore, we used to find places the opposite side of the forest, and yeah, and there's stuff on all around here. And I met a guy one day. I was going back to the car. He was an ex-soldier, and he was telling me about some house, and he explained where it was. But of course, time I got back to the car, it's gone. And I've never seen this guy since. Really nice bloke. It's been quite a long time talking to him. So yeah, there's more to it than rather just where we go, or it's quite a fascinating place. Fascinating place.
Oh, where's my camera?
What's that?
That's the gate which I walked past on the north side.
It's the north side, is it?
Which I never knew was there.
Never seen that before.
No. And that's when one of the investigators said they reckon that's where they came out to go to the UFO on the north side, not where it is down there.
Well, Mike's just put out because I've found it confusing.
Yeah.
Eastgate wasn't where it is now. The actual car park at Eastgate is the original site. Found an old map that showed the difference. So when they said left at Eastgate, that could have been the North Gate, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it still don't make sense.
No.
Because if they've gone to Butley, you see, you've got to turn right. You can't turn left. But if they came from Bentwaters, they could come left out of Bentwaters along the lane. This is what I heard last night from Gary, what's his name? Can't think of his name now. He said they did come out of Bentwaters, did a left that went towards Butley, which went to Rendlesham. So that might be where where that crossover comes, because you can't come out of Eastgate and go left to Butley. You've got to turn right to go to Butley.
Yeah.
Gary Esseltine, that's his name. Very interesting bloke. Watched this sort of interview with him last night. I've never met him. Don't know anything about him. But yeah, worth a watch on YouTube.
I think I've watched it going back, but I only watched half of it.
Eastgate refers to people coming from Bentwaters arriving down the track. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. That's where I think they get it from, Bentwaters.
So wasn't that? So that was the old Eastgate, and then they.
Well, it doesn't matter what Eastgate you go to. You can't turn left and go to Butley.
No.
See, but you can come out of Bentwaters to a left, and then go to Butley.
Yeah. So what was that gate?
That's another thing solved, Elaine, on Sunday Night Live, the lounge, 963.com. And by the way, just in case anyone new on here, my shelves are straight. I've got to keep telling people.
Just like, oh my God.
Well, I get people on here thinking, that geezer ain't put those shelves up. Like, I have. It's the camera. So this will go up all the time now. My shelves are straight, not on the piss. If I get complaints from YouTube, so be it. But I don't get blamed for bad workmanship, because I'll be honest, anyone that I'm a bit of a bodger, not very good at anything practical, really. You know what? I moved the glass coffee table the other day, and I got my finger trapped between that and a unit.
Ooh.
Can you believe it? I'm absolutely useless. I'm all right doing this. I'm playing a guitar. I can't do anything else. And I can't believe I split my thumb, wouldn't bloody stop bleeding. Oh, can't blame anyone but me. And no, so anyway, get back to these units that you bought, because Elaine said, oh, fed up with looking at your backdrop. So I went out and bought these things. And he said, well, you could have bought them up straight, but they are straight.
Mm.
Yeah. Very quiet, that Elaine, but she says things. What's that? Kansas. Oh, Kansas. Elaine, speak to me.
Why do I get blamed for your wonky shelves?
It's not wonky. Monday morning, she said.
You're not going to hear any of it anymore, Elaine.
No, she won't. She's all right. She's all right. Known each other for a long time. We always have a laugh, don't we? She was telling, Ari, mate, she'd tell me. Cool. She said, being on here on Sunday reminds her of a carry-on show. So that's what we said last week. She's Barbara what's her name?
Barbara
Windsor. Yeah, Barbara Windsor. Don't know who I'm supposed to be. Charles Hawtrey? No. Anyway, whatever. It's all a bit of fun. People seem to enjoy us on a Sunday. I think they think we're a bit mad, but who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
I think my podcast, when I did do YouTube, but my YouTube, it was more like competitive. It's like you're constantly trying to beat the algorithm or other people. So my YouTube never took off because no one could discover me. Tried to promote it, didn't really work. I then did a podcast and that just took off. And it's weird how that went really, really high, and my YouTube is just kind of flat leveled now.
I think it's very difficult. We do this for 2 hours. We do it for an hour. I mean, it's very difficult to watch something for 2 hours. I don't care what it is, who it is. But people said they like doing it for 2 hours because it kind of gets into the groove, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't do that well on YouTube. On Facebook, we can have 300-400 views, and I think that's really good.
Yeah.
But we can't, we're not famous on YouTube. We're not famous enough. But it doesn't matter. People are watching on other things, and I don't know.
How does your podcast do?
Well, this podcast.
Yeah, how does it do? Is it okay?
What, tonight?
Yeah, because you have it on Spotify. Has that been going quite well?
Yeah, we do all right. I say tonight, I don't know what we've had on tonight. We'll have a look tomorrow. But as I say, YouTube might get 20 views, might get 120 views. I don't know what the answer is for that, but I'm not too bothered. I mean, but then I look at Facebook, you might have 500 views tonight. Who knows?
See, I get more for my podcast than if I even went in to do it on YouTube. So that's why I kind of left YouTube and just did it on podcast.
What when you say podcast, you don't mean like this visual. You just mean a chat.
Like on YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, excuse my language. On Spotify, you can do videos, so they allow videos.
Yeah.
So when you upload a video, they take the video, put it onto your podcast on your Spotify podcast, but then they convert your videos into audio because other streaming sites don't allow it.
I have when we first started. I am on Spotify, but I think maybe if you transferred the actual video to just audio, if you could do that, people might listen to it. But
See,
watching something for 2 hours is very hard, you know.
most of my listeners are from America.
Hmm.
Most of my listeners are from America, and most of that is on web browsers.
I'll look into this tomorrow. I mean, I do mess around on here, but want someone technical. Oh, look at this. Elaine says Facebook Lives are disappearing after 30 days from 25th of February. That's tomorrow. That's today, isn't it? 25th.
What, they're removing it so you can't go Facebook Live?
Disappearing after 30 days. So, well, that's a bit of a blow, isn't it? Because
Why
that's
would
where
you-
we get a lot of our views on it.
Why would they remove it?
I don't know.
Unless they're going to put restrictions on it and say, well, we can go live, but only for this certain amount of hours. But if they were moving it totally, then that means you've got to end up going to YouTube or somewhere else.
Well, I don't know. We just do what we do. I say I'm too old to worry about.
Yeah.
I've had my things in. I just do it for a bit of fun, and don't know. People want to watch us. Probably drive them mad sometimes. What about you, Elaine? What do you think? You enjoy it, don't you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
My social day.
Hey, you what?
My social day.
Well, you know, when I used to Sunday night, I'd go out and do that medium shoot, travelling around in a pissing rain and the snow and the wind. Never get appreciated for it.
No, you don't.
And I don't mean the audience. I'm talking about the people that run the places.
Yeah.
I'll pick on them tonight. And not all of them, but some of them. And you say, what am I doing this for? Why am I traipsing around out and there for, I don't know, 20 quid or whatever? Got to get back home. I mean, I was out one night, 12 hours. 12 hours, got 30 quid. I didn't do it for money. I thought, this is ridiculous. So I started doing this. Sit here, go back out here, you know, in the next room. Well, it's not the same because you're not dealing with people. But after I had that COVID thing and that pneumonia that I had in 2021, which I'm still suffering with, I don't think you want to go and mix with a load of people. Seriously, I'm still got the effects of that.
Mm.
And I think, well, I did about 15 years out there on the road doing that. Before that was playing with bands. I don't miss that anymore. And then started doing this. And if this comes to an end, I don't know, something else will crop up, I suppose. I don't know.
Wasn't it Heathrow or Stansted where a craft, identified craft, landed in the airport?
I think that was...
Was it Stansted or Heathrow? I can't remember. It was an
I
airport.
think it was Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Mm.
Because there were people saying the videos and comments were quickly removed when they...
Probably illegal immigrants or something.
But it was like a massive... when
I'm
I
in
saw
trouble now.
those... so when I saw it, it was like a disc. Circle disc.
I don't know. Look, here we are. I love people on here. They know all sorts of things, you know. The video is taken down after 30 days. I'll send you all the info on it. I haven't been told that. Perhaps they're getting clogged up with videos or something.
Well, if you think about like TikTok, they only allow you to go live for an hour.
Yeah, I'm not happy with TikTok.
Have they blocked you?
I put a thing up last week. I showed it on here now. I can't remember what I saw today. I don't care what people talk about. As I say, I've had my life. I've seen a lot of things, heard lots of things. Nothing really sort of shocks me, let's put it that way. Then I saw something on TikTok today. There's a woman talking about her bits downstairs and all that, right? Don't pull your eyes, Elaine. It wasn't me.
It's
It
Elaine's
wasn't looking.
reaction.
I know her reaction. Her eyes go, they're going to roll back so far, you'll be looking at your bum. Honestly, she goes, and her eyes roll. I know when she got the Anyway, she just made me laugh though. Anyway, this video today on TikTok, talking about all this, right? And they had the cheek to tell me last week that little thing that I did about us, Elaine, and the videos on TikTok, on YouTube and Facebook, and it apparently had a nodding alien, and it could upset people. I don't get it, and it's still banned. They've still blocked me. I've appealed, but I thought, I don't get it. You've got people on there talking about all sorts of things.
Yeah, and they don't get banned.
I don't care, talk about what you like, but don't tell me that a little video advertising us, and all our stuff we've done in the forest all goes on TikTok, and everything's fine. So how could I upset people with this little advert? It might offend people. And then I see what I saw today on TikTok, and I thought, I don't believe this. Won't say any more, Elaine.
I went to Sizewell because obviously people were saying that there was, craft was seen around Sizewell. So I went to Sizewell. Before I went to Sizewell, I did have a remote look into it, and I did feel there was a craft, but I felt this is when I then started feeling different, because I can feel when you do remote thing, you can feel the energy and other things. I was remote thing, and I felt definitely this craft. I saw this being, actually saw it look like very tall, massive head, black eyes, but this was a different, the impression what I kind of got was a different race, a different species of race of ETs, and really they were kind of concerned the way with nuclear is at the minute. You got to look at Russia at the minute. He's trying to, well, not at the minute, but he was, wasn't he? He was on the nuclear path, let's be honest. He was going to shoot a nuke at, wasn't it, a country.
Do you know how long I've been hearing these stories from?
Yeah.
1962, I was at school. Oh, we're going to get nuked, right? This is how many years ago? And then they had a film in 1982, I think, called Threads. That was a bit... Oh, everyone's panicking. Where are we now? 2025. And it's still going on the same old thing about the Russians, and it ain't going to be us and the China. You think, why don't you get over it? If you're going to do it, do it. But don't keep talking about it. I've been listening to this claptrap for all these years. I remember at school, I was only a kid thinking, oh my God, that's it, we're all going to go. I'm still here, mate. Still here talking about it.
Do you,
and I think the alien, if you want to call them aliens, I think will put a stop to it.
Yeah. I think we're going to go so far, and then it's going to be like actually, we're going to intervene now, because it's almost like you've kind of just disregarded, and you're just constantly on the warpath. And actually, we're going to intervene. We're going to kind of, stop you. Maybe we may learn, but
the humans, I don't. What do I know? Humans will never learn.
No.
But getting back to old Vladimir and Donald and whoever's in charge, well, I don't know who's in charge over here, clowns, but make threats, yes, I'll be in trouble, Elaine. And I think this has been going on since probably the 40s, after the Second World War, I suppose. And I think, here we go. I don't even think about it now. I've heard it, just heard it all the time. But it used to be scary. And I think that's what it's all about. And obviously the younger generation. I don't know. I might be wrong. So I'm not going to say anymore because things I say might seem to backfire. Oof.
I mean, do you think disclosure will ever happen? I mean, coming out and saying, yeah, we're not alone, yeah, what happened in Vengeful Forest, yeah, we knew about it. Or other things, what happened. Do you really think disclosure's going to come out?
The reason they went to Rendlesham Forest, from what I understand, is...
It was nuclear.
Because they had nuclear weapons at Bentwaters and Rendlesham, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Massive stockpile.
Big stockpile. So I think that was that. And they closed it all down. I went to a conference of Elaine's brother, Derek, in Woodbridge. And had the American guys there. And the same thing happened to an American base in America. Similar thing, they got shut down. And I expect they've shut them down in Russia. It's shut them down everywhere. So I don't think they'd allow it because they're not bothered about us, but they know that it ruined the atmosphere, wouldn't it? It probably, you know. But what I'm saying is, it's been going on for so long. You think, oh, just get on with it. You're going to do it. If not, shut the fuck up.
We are seeing on the news now when they kind of mention things when it comes to like ETs and that. When they mention, oh yeah, we kind of knew about this, and everybody was sitting there, well, we kind of knew you knew about it, because I think general people, they know that something's going on with the whole subject with general VTs. I mean, at some point, the government's got to come out and say, you know, yeah. Because they can't keep keeping it a secret all this time and not come out and say.
We talk about it. Other people talk about it. Scientists talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's not how they want to run the world. I think they just want to run the world on fear. And they think also, if we tell them there's aliens, they'll be frightened. I don't think so.
I don't think we would be frightened.
No.
I mean, I'd be opposite. I'd be curious.
But getting back to all this, keep threatening, you know, about, yeah, I've heard about it for so long, I don't really worry about it now. But, Mike says here, certain humans will never learn. Anyway, getting back to TikTok, you're only allowed to do a live for what, an hour?
An hour, and then it cuts you off.
So could you put this video on TikTok? You'd have to obviously edit it, and I haven't got time for that, but you could actually put this on TikTok or one of these videos.
Yeah. So obviously it's the. Hang on, start again. So TikTok, you're allowed only 10. I think it's 10. I'm gonna have a look now. I think it's 10 minutes or 10 seconds of a video.
Okay.
You can't do an hour. It's like
No.
And then an hour is only for live. Because that's how
they
we
won't
get
allow
you.
me on there anyway. So I don't understand how, Elaine. All our video, you know, when we was down the forest in the summer, you with your umbrella, they got, you know, and miles, and that's all on there.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes for a video.
10 minutes there.
Yeah. Which
But
means
for some reason, they didn't like what I had that advert last week. Because it might upset people. Yeah. You keep talking about your nuclear weapons and we'll just sit and have a laugh. Because you can't have a laugh. We're all allowed to have a laugh. It's against the law, apparently.
I mean, did you, obviously next month we're still going to that healing tree. Healing tree? Where Reiki...
What, the one that Derek went to, Elaine? Is that what you mean? Healing tree? I don't.
I just know it's a healing tree. Where someone sat on it and they wasn't it got healed?
I don't know. Well,
And that's when Relaine sat on it and she got nothing from it.
and someone else sat in it and got pregnant.
Oh my god. Elaine's reaction. Do you know, I wish the microphone's turned on so we could actually hear.
We say some stupid things on here, I know, but I don't care. But anyway, yeah, well, yes, but there is somewhere, isn't there, where you know, a woman go and sit and bish bosh bash. She's well, we'll forget that for a minute. Probably get taken off. It's reaching a point it can't be hidden anymore. Governments will never disclose fully, but will tell us via programming that aliens are all evil and we need protection. Eventually, they will get irritated enough to start doing stuff, but they have to be very careful that we don't start blaming each other and start a hot war. Scale of shock from certain weapons affect them as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They were saying.
Do you know what, guys? This time it's 9 o'clock already. I was enjoying that. So, Elaine, am I going to get told off in the morning? Are you going to ring me and say, right? Anyway, getting back to this healing tree, I'm not quite sure where that is.
I know it's next month.
She's going to talk to me now. She's going to put the microphone on watch, but she's got something to say. No?
Do you know, you were saying about missing messages on Facebook. I've just put out the normal, you know, moderator, thanks for joining tonight's show. I heard it ping, so it's gone off. You know, it's
Right.
posted. It's not on there, and it's not on my phone.
I sent a message back to Fiona yesterday.
Yeah.
About your Wellington boots. I did something. I looked today, and it hasn't. It's not there. So I did reply. How odd.
It made the noise that, you know, it makes that like when it's posted, it's not there.
Well, funny things, eh? Have you enjoyed tonight, Miles?
I have.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
I would like to come back at some point.
Well, we might have to charge you.
Yeah, you probably ain't going to charge me.
I still might have to charge people now, Elaine, won't we? No, I'm joking. Of course you can. We, I don't know, we'll sort something out. Who have we got next week, Elaine? I don't know who we got. God, imagine having her as a set. Come on, Elaine, now we're on next week. Time's money. Who?
Nothing's working. We've got Stacey Sparkles. Stacey Sparkles.
I'm Stacey Sparkles next week. Oh, I haven't seen Stacey for a while. I bet people think Ethan I'll pick on her. I don't really. Just have a laugh. I like it when people say this. Thanks, Miles. It's been interesting. Good. Hello. Hi, Bill. That's. I mean, I see it thinking, oh, is it interesting? I enjoy it. But we do cover a few different things, don't we? So,
You probably get bored of me talking about my moat viewing.
no one's bored. That's what I like about what we do. It's a bit of everything. There's no. You know, everyone else talks about all the UFOs, paranormal. We just talk about whatever really comes into our heads. Sometimes I'll get into trouble.
I mean, when I'm next on, I can actually talk to you about the symbols on the craft.
Exactly.
When I remote view that.
Book him, Dano. Book him in.
Yeah.
Um,
Because what was interesting was when I felt the craft, it was what the person who, you know, he touched the craft, exactly what his feeling was. And that was very bizarre.
Well, I need to look back on the John's video, find out what happened that night. A couple of years ago, that was, I think, wasn't it, Elaine? Anyway, guys and girls, it's gone quick, and Thanks, Miles. Most
You're
enjoyable.
welcome.
Thanks, Elaine.
She's muted.
I know she's muted. Yeah, she won't be in the morning. She rings me. No, she's all right, really. Or I might phone her and she go, "Oh, not again." No, we won't have a laugh, don't we? Don't we, Elaine?
Yes, we do.
No, we do, don't we? It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? I think you have a laugh and
It makes the day better, doesn't it?
yeah, make, you know, take the mick out of each other. It's fun, isn't it? It's just mates. But I don't know. It's what we do. So I'm going to say thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching, and thanks, Maya. Thanks, Elaine.
You're welcome.
And see you all next week. Stacey Sparkles, haven't seen her for ages. Better give her a bell, make sure she's okay. And better put up, don't forget, like and subscribe. I still want to know where those 700 subscribers went. I've been watching things on YouTube. People are saying about they've lost all the subscribers. Elaine says Elaine Kosh said someone lost 1,400.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's to do with fake accounts and all sorts of things. And the algorithm goes along, and
Or you pay for ads to get promoted. Or you pay for ads for it to be promoted.
I don't know.
Which costs a lot if you add it up per month.
Oh, I don't do anything like that.
No, I don't.
Anyway, not to worry. Anyway, guys, I'll put up our thing. Elaine, as soon as I do this, Elaine will be gone. So I might switch in the morning, if that's okay. And you can say anything, Elaine? You can say goodbye, or
I'll say goodbye.
Yes, have a good evening, everybody.
and yeah, enjoy tonight. So I'll put our thing up and say adios, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, blimey, she's still here.
Do you know what? When she said that, I looked at her hands like, what's she got on her hands? I was really concerned. It was just this black thing. I was like, oh my god.
Oh dear.
I wasn't expecting that after the live.
The weather sounds a bit grim out there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's really bad.
I live near the countryside and I'm kind of like sitting there going, I'm going to get a power cut in a minute.
Yeah, it's getting sound a bit fierce out there, that old wind.
I mean, do you still pay for this subscription? Because I know you were discussing of ending it.
Yeah, I do still pay for it. I look at it, well, I don't go down the pub and all that every night. I don't smoke anymore.
Mm.
I think, well, it cost me about, I think it's about £7 or something a week. And I could go back and do it for nothing, but you only got an hour. You're restricted. And I think, well, you know what? What's it matter? And I know the government are going down bank accounts now, seeing what you're spending your money on.
Oh, for God's sake.
Fuck them. Have a look at that. Oh, it's getting really bad. I got last week, first time in 20 years, a letter from the taxman because they got into my account. Fucking arseholes. It's not going to cost a lot, but it's not the point. I haven't had anything from the taxman for 20 years. I ain't worked.
Yeah.
And it's only a few, but then someone else come up on the internet the other day and similar thing. It was a private pension. And but they're snooping and seeing what you're spending your money on. It's not right. And
but
also,
it's your money. For God's
if you've got
sake.
an iPhone, if you've got an iPhone, they've told Apple, we want to be able to get in to see everybody's business. And that's what they're fucking doing.
Wow.
Cheeky
And
bastards.
they're going in, they're seeing what you're, not just what you spend, they're talking about what we're talking about. We look at all our messages. I've got Android, I don't know if they've gone on to Android yet. That's what's happening.
You can enable on Samsung, on Android, double encryption.
But even I watched a black belt solicitor, he's a bloke does a YouTube video, black belt solicitor.
Oh yeah, he's good. He is.
Oh yeah, I
good.
know him.
He was saying about, this is worrying, this is ridiculous, they're getting into everything.
I mean,
This government is worse than the Russians and the East Germans.
if you look at it, I mean, wasn't it going back way before the government, didn't they? They gave a lot of power to the intelligence service to to literally store people's personal data.
Yeah.
And this whole thing about GDPR, and then you've got like a service like that who's just literally bulk dating your data because they say we need to do that because you could be a terrorist.
Oh, yeah. So you let all these
So
illegals in with. And they let a bloke off yesterday, got a fucking beard and all that. I'm only 10, so the judge let him off. Oh, Jesus.
the thing that just annoys me is the fact, like, you know, it's your personal information. What you do on YouTube, what you do on things like that.
I wouldn't mind if they did it to everyone. These scum that are coming across the channel, they're running around getting everything. Why are they checking up on? They're checking up on what we're doing. It makes me so angry.
And it makes me like concerned at the fact like they want to know everybody's business.
Well, of course they do, because.
And we don't know about their business because we're not allowed to.
But something's going to happen in this country. I don't know what. But we can't carry on like this. I mean, what you do or what Elaine does with their money and whatever else. But it's all about getting tax off you. And they collared me for my private pension. It's only a few quid. But they haven't backdated it. But they knew about it. The bank knew about it. Then this woman, she got caught last week. Somebody got on Facebook. So it looks like we're all being watched.
Yeah, I think I've been probably, since I've been going to like places like Rendlesham, which has got all that stuff, I'm pretty certain that I'm being watched.
We're all being
I'm
watched.
pretty certain they know exactly what I'm doing.
They know, they watch us on a Sunday, and if something flags up, Elaine, like the algorithm, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I know it's not a perk, but if something flags up on that algorithm,
Yeah.
then that's when they'll have you.
I think the things that probably have me is if I get too close to something, if I did like something like remote viewing, I got too close to something, and then they would probably.
You got to be careful what you talk about on here.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because if they knew you could do that, that's why I don't say anything. I can't tell anyone what I saw that day. But I was proved right by the guy's wife. He was a soldier. Could have been SAS. Anyway, that's by the by. But you can't talk about that on here.
No.
What are you going to be done for next, spine? I don't know. It's a dangerous world. And I feel sorry, I mean, for your younger people now, because I don't know what it's going to be like in 20 years. If it carries on like this, you won't be able to do anything, mate.
My biggest fear, we could end up losing our rights, our speech, and our privacy.
You've lost them already.
I know.
You've lost your rights already.
And I just don't get the whole thing about GDPR, and then all of a sudden they're putting this bill in to bulk date everybody's data. It's like, well, then what's the point of having GDPR? Because GDPR is meant to safeguard people.
Yeah, but they've been told that black belt solicitor washed him yesterday. It's gone. It's gone. They've told Apple, we want to get in, want to see what's going on. So there you go, guys. It's all. We can't talk about that Sunday night because we'll probably get, I don't know, shut down or. Got to be careful. This is ridiculous.
I mean,
Anyway.
it's even ridiculous that when you do talk about a just general the paranormal, you do have to be careful because
Oh, yeah,
the
even
government do come up and say stop.
We talk about what we talk about, especially like about Rendlesham, the military thing. You got to be a bit.
You got to be careful.
Anyway, I don't know. I bought three of these things in Asda today. I bought chicken jalfrezi, something else, and something else. I'm thinking, should I have one now? I'm getting a bit picky. So I think I might be naughty and have one. Have a quick nos through this. And I was watching something tonight before I come out. What's that program called? Time something?
Oh, yeah, we watched that this morning.
They're doing something at Dunwich.
Oh, that's the one we watched. How strange is that?
Yeah, I only watched. There you go.
That's really weird.
I only watched some of it, and I thought I'll watch it tomorrow. But yeah, Dunwich.
Is that like, how old is that? It's not new, is it? It's an old one.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, how weird is that? We've both watched it on the same day.
Was it on the same time?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
Morning.
Oh, watch one.
Because that would be even more
Yeah,
spookier.
that's weird.
Yeah, but I think we are tuned in because I might phone Elaine or she. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I've known each other for a long time. Like, I think you get to know people,
Yeah.
and sometimes there's certain time people you can actually tune in, or they this guide or whatever. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely weird.
I should watch that tomorrow. I should watch that tomorrow. I think that time team thing.
Oh, we watched it all this morning.
Yeah, what was I doing this morning? Can't remember now. Oh, yeah, I had to go down a rubbish tip. Or it's not called
Simon
that now.
done that as well.
You're joking. It's not called a rubbish tip now, is it? It's called a...
Refuge centre.
Yeah, and I had to make a phone call, make it online and go down it. What time did he go? Go on. What time?
2:15, 3 o'clock.
Wait for it.
I went at 10:15.
Oh, you're...
Morrison's.
Damn it.
And popped into Morrison's. Yeah.
One of these days it's going to be the sad time.
Yeah.
See?
You might bump into each other.
Eh?
You might bump into each other if it's that time.
I do believe that people are connected. You may not really, you meet someone and I don't mean connected in the sort of way in your head, And I've been doing that a lot today as well, sneezing. And it's weird how people are tuned in with each other.
Mm. They do say people do come from the same soul family.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a little bit of music
probably
singing
wasn't. I
over
bet
it.
she had me put on a thing as a witch. That's what I mean. And that's another reason I moved up here, Suffolk, home of the witch trials, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And I've never moved from Suffolk, so I've always been in Suffolk.
No, I mean, I've always had a thing. I've always liked it, Suffolk, but I moved to Woodbridge, and then I come up here, and I think, what am I doing up here? But I've obviously something to do with a past life, I'm sure. Because I'm fascinated by a lot of what goes on.
Yeah, I mean, if a house came for sale in Rendlesham, I would go for it. I have tried to email the Forestry Commission multiple times of trying to get a camera in, and no, don't want to get back to me. It's so annoying.
Have a tree house. Anyway, my next trip, I want to go back to Scotland, the Bolsglen House and Loch Ness. I want to try and get back up there in the summer. It'd be quite interesting. The only thing I wish we could do is get the internet connection, even with that little box thing I've got, it don't work, and do a live from Rendlesham. But it's just not going to have it.
I did go live on TikTok.
From Rendlesham?
Yeah, I did. Because I found out something. Someone who I know knew how the network works. Don't ask me how, but he's one of these people who knows, not everything,
Yeah,
but he
you-
knows how things work.
If you stood outside one of those houses, right, you'd probably pick up, you get a connection, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? But if you go mooching off somewhere else, I don't know.
He was saying it's depending on who the mask belongs to, like just say EE, it will accept all the EE calls first as a
Okay.
priority, and every other call which is not an ET customer it won't accept until it's accepted EE first, and then if it's got space, it will then take you.
Anyway, we couldn't really do a live because I don't think it'd work. Well, I suppose I better go. I think I'm going to have something to eat.
So I would love to come back on this show again.
We'll sort something out.
Just send me your dates. What you
I
can
don't know
do.
where are we now, February, or maybe May, June, something like that.
June, just let me know.
Yeah, we'll have a sort out. One with Elaine.
Yeah.
Elaine does all the, she's good at all that. She does all the arranging. Very efficient. Hey, look at that calendar, Elaine. Elaine. I think she's gone off.
Huh?
I know she
your
glitched.
Calendar, calendar. Show me your calendar. Show me your calendar.
Oh no, it's just
No.
oh no, that pad how I write it down.
No. What was your calendar? Because I think I've got the same calendar.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I have, but a little bit wide. My God, this is creepy. And it's on February. Sitting on my table on February.
You can have the same
Oh,
plants, the same
it's really
dishwasher.
You're not going to have a chicken jalfrezi now, are you?
Well, I've never had that in my lifetime. What is it?
I don't know, chicken jalfrezi, some curry Indian thing.
Oh, is it? It's a curry, is it?
Yeah, nice. 3 to 10 quid in Morrison's already made up for you.
Ooh.
I must admit, I do like the Waitrose Japanese selection of.
Something makes your eyes go funny, makes your eyes squint.
Well, I'm a little bit tired, so a little bit spaced out now.
But would it be nice if, like, because obviously our walks are mostly focused in Rendlesham, would it be nice to kind of go outside Rendlesham?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's cool.
I mean, I've tried all that, but that's, I don't know.
I mean, I'm coming on the next walk. I'm coming on probably all of your walks.
Oh yeah, I've got to come back. I'll be in Kent, but I should be back by then. Hopefully.
March, hang on.
Yeah, it's March 15th, because my
it's the
birthday on the
15th.
12th. Yeah, and I'm in Kent, and I've got the dentist there on a Friday as well. Yeah. Oh, I suppose I better go.
Mind you, April, we can always try East Lane. What is it?
East Lane.
Yes, I was right.
But I don't think that'd be any good weekend.
Why?
We think of them little roads if they're busy.
Yeah, so probably science working, isn't he? So it has to be, really, for us.
No, I'm just thinking, because it's bloody chaos getting there last time, wasn't it? Bloody dust carts and, well, it was for me.
Well, mind you, it might be better because you've got a little school right there, haven't you, that we don't like?
Yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah, always try that April if you want. So that's always a banger right there.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
If you're up for that one, Miles?
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'll probably see you guys. Next time I see you will be in May.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Elaine will sort that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the next walk is next month on the 50.
Yeah, I have changed the June one. So we go down on the solstice.
Yeah. Because that would be nice if you could
Yeah, we have
feel
done
the
that once
energy.
before. But yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so March the 15th is when we're meeting up next time.
Yeah.
April, I'll change it to that we're going to East
East Lane.
Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 21st, funny enough, winter solstice, oh my god. Summer solstice falls on a Saturday this year.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go and put it on my
21st of
diary.
June.
Is it the
Right.
same time the next walk, or is it? Are you changing it to?
Bringing off.
Because I know you change the times, don't you?
I've tried to do the times off because of the light and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What were you, March? No, that's still 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2:30. And I think it's a lot lighter April, so I've changed it to 3. Trying to go with when it gets dark to when it gets lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the
And
weather.
size. Huh?
The weather will be nicer because it's in spring.
Yeah, exactly.
It won't be like
It's
this.
yeah, I think Si's going to do a night walk in August.
Oh, I want to do the one.
Yeah.
Can you let Simon know that I'd come?
Yes. Just signed you up for August, babe. He's playing his game. He's just took his headphones off and he's gone.
What have you done?
Yeah, late one.
Late.
Yeah, I'll have to come.
Oh, I thought we were falling all the way home last time, Miles.
Sorry?
Last time we left the forest, you literally were in front of us and you were going exactly the same way as we were going, all the way. I think, oh my god, I think they're going to think we're following them.
What? Do you know what? I looked back.
We turned off and you just carried on going, oh my god, thank god for that. It looks like we're following them.
Do you know what? I looked back. I was like, that's Elaine's car. It was just,
I did. I was sitting there and I'm trying not to, you know, when you're just thinking, oh my god, they're going the same way, and it gets silly because you're continuously going the same way. It's like, honestly, we're turning off soon. That's the way I go to get us back home. It's like, oh my god. We
Funny.
got to red light and turned off. But, oh my god, they probably saw me following. Oh dear.
oh dear.
So, yeah, all the joys. But yeah, so I'll change April to East Lane. Whoever turns up then turns up.
Well, I'll be there,
Huh?
so I'll turn up.
Just have a look, see how many. Just gonna have a look, see how many views we got. It's not
Been
come
on
up on my phone. See if it comes up on here.
Couple of weeks, time we go to Dunwich.
Because the next walk, it's just going to be me and you and Alex and your children.
Yeah. I don't know. See, yeah.
Because it's a pattern now,
No.
isn't it?
It's what?
It's a pattern. It's just me and
Yeah.
your guys.
Yeah, I would like to actually do an investigation around the healing tree. I do that because, but yeah, the healing tree. I'd love to do.
Which is next month. We're going to the healing tree, aren't we? Is that?
I hope so. Yeah.
Hopefully, we can go to the healing tree next month.
Yeah, I'd like to do a investigation there because obviously Alex's picture is got there.
Yeah.
Plus other people dubbing it the healing tree. I would like to set up my cameras on the tripods and see what we've got.
But also, doesn't it Reiki go there? Reiki people go there for healing with the tree.
Yeah, yeah. It's, it will be interesting to all the energy as well that's gathering there where people go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
118 views so far on
That's
Facebook.
not bad.
They've probably got to about 130. Or just have a quick look.
Yeah, it's showing about Facebook, isn't it?
I'll look into that tonight. Or I'm going to go and have something to eat.
Enjoy your curry.
I might have one. I'll see how I feel.
You know you're going to.
I might do. Yeah, nothing else to do.
So obvious.
See if there's anything else. See what's on TV. Nothing, probably.
Oh, don't tell me it's boring.
Eh?
I said what's on TV is most likely it's boring.
I only watch mostly YouTube.
Oh.
I don't watch BBC.
Well, that's what I do. I just watch YouTube.
Yeah, I don't watch BBC. I haven't bought a fucking licence in years. I'm surprised I ain't been round. Terrible, isn't it? You're always a rebel, mate. If you're a rebel, once a rebel, always be a rebel. That's
Yeah,
what I say.
you can't go back.
Can all get stuffed. I did send the bloke round. They did send the bloke round once. I was in a right foul mood. I said, "You want to come in?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, come on, you fucker, come in." I didn't have a telly. Come on, have a look. He said, "No, I better. Oh, no, we'll leave it." So I was in a real bad mood. Someone had pissed me off. Can't think of some bird on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, bloody knock on my door. Well, I didn't have to tell you. I got rid of it, actually.
I mean, after the May walk, is it in April now, aren't we? April walk. Is that where we're going to? What walk are we going? Not for Wrensham, but going somewhere else.
The East Lane is April.
That's April.
Yeah, I'm just altering it, so I'll send everyone the altered picture and reload up the picture on I'm not normal page.
Yeah, because that guy keeps posting all his YouTube stuff on the I'm Not Paranormal.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I keep deleting.
Every time I go on it, it's like, oh, okay. It's the top thing all the time.
Which is quite funny because he doesn't even remember that I went down the forest with the walk with them all. But he can post on me group wall though.
The only time I post on it is when I go to Wrensham and show my thermals. And the map.
Right, I'm going to go, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to toddle. I might talk to you. I'll talk to you in a week, Elaine, no doubt.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Yeah, well done tonight, guys. Well good.
That's good.
Yes, it was good, very informative, and I liked it.
Right.
So my cats are now going mad.
All right. Well, I'll,
So I'll see you, Alex.
yeah.
I can't speak.
Yeah.
In March.
March, yeah. All being well, as long as I get back from Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Andy Codes going?
Huh?
Is Andy Codes going?
Well, Elaine seems to be the only one that knows what he's doing.
Oh, you mentioned something about it.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. If what happens, happens.
Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, I think you did say something. You told me to watch his thing where he literally kissed your ass. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. I better shut this down and see you all. Well, see you in a week.
Yeah, I'll see you in March.
Yeah.
That's probably the only
See
time
you
I
later,
will
guys.
see you.
Yeah.
Right, bye, Alex.